Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live broadcast update here on your July 29th, 2025. Now, before we get going on this update, if you haven't given this Facebook page a like, or if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you stay up on the latest weather updates. Well, things still steamy, still hot out there, but we are still tracking a significant change in our temperatures that are coming in, heading for this weekend. It's going to be a little wetter outside as well, so you're going to make sure you keep that umbrella handy, especially over the next few days. So let's go ahead and dive in. Take a live look down here at the Chattanooga Aquarium downtown, looking pretty good there. Sunshine, some clouds. We do have some rain in the area. I got to show you there on the radar here in just a second, but not looking too bad here for this afternoon. Looking out so here toward North Georgia, Lake Chattooga, kids wrapping up their summer break. A lot of kids heading back to school here the next week or so here across North Georgia and parts of Tennessee. So the summer season's almost over. All right, still dealing with those extreme heat advisories. We've got extreme heat warnings out here in the purple and heat advisories here across East Tennessee, North Georgia. Only the mountain locations are getting a little bit of a reprieve, and I mean just a little, just not quite in the criteria for an advisory, but it is plenty steamy, plenty hot. The good news is we're going to start chipping this away as we go into tomorrow, so get ready to see some changes there. All right, now we're also still dealing with an increased chance of rain and thunderstorms, not only for today, but really picking up for tomorrow and going in for the day after that. So because of how warm and steamy and moist the atmosphere is, even though this is a general thunderstorm threat, I still suspect we could still see a possible isolated severe thunderstorm or two over the next few days, so just keep that in mind. Looking here at what's going on the radar, already seeing this little stuff up near Saudi Daisy here, just kind of heading up Highway 27. So you're seeing a little bit of the activity right up in there. Get some stuff over here in Alabama. So it looks like things are very similar to yesterday. They're going to be moving from north, heading southward here across the area. So watch out for some scattered rain and showers and a few rumbles of thunder. Again, not only for today, but especially going in for tomorrow. I think thunderstorm activity will be a little more widespread as we go into the afternoon. Looking at your current regional satellite picture, seeing the showers and thunderstorms down here across the Florida Panhandle, that's for sure. Pretty busy down there over toward the Carolinas, and things across North Georgia not looking too bad here for this afternoon. It's just plenty hot as it continues this heat wave. All right, looking at your regional perspective here, look at some of the temperatures. Dalton's checking in already at 93 degrees. It's very hot out there. Looking at 93 over in Decatur, over there in Atlanta. So again, a lot of these temperatures are going to top out here into the middle to upper 90s for a lot of locations, especially around the periphery of the mountains here for today. Let's go take a look at your regional model here. Again, we got this loop in here going in for your Tuesday and into Wednesday. So there's the scattered storms here for today. They'll settle down overnight once we lose that daytime heating. And then we get a little more activity as we go into the afternoon for tomorrow. There it goes again. A little more widespread activity expected into your Wednesday. And I think that'll continue into your Thursday as well. So again, just be on the lookout for some of this rainy activity. It's going to be sticking around here for a little while as we're going to see kind of a squeeze play going on as we wait for this frontal system that's eventually going to kind of settle us down here as far as our temperatures are concerned. We're definitely looking forward to that. So let's go take a look at your forecast maps here as we track this frontal system that's coming our way. As we go ahead and take a look at your forecast here going into your Wednesday morning. So there's your Wednesday morning map. Again, not looking too bad, pretty quiet. Again, we're going to be watching very closely the frontal system that's going to be moving our way. And when that thing drops down, you're definitely going to notice it. It's going to be one of those things that you're going to say, hey, look at that. We're finally getting rid of the extreme heat out there. So, but this is the system back up this way. So here's our frontal system. There's the high pressure that's going to be coming on out. And it's not going to be in too big of a hurry to get on down here. So as we go ahead and track this very slowly here, going into your Thursday, there's that frontal system again, kind of getting a little elongated. They're coming in across the northeast and back to the middle of the country. But then as we go from Thursday to Friday, look, there's Thursday's position. There's Friday's. We get a nice little push there as that fairly strong high pressure for this time of year, 1028 kind of moves in. This is definitely going to enhance that rain threat here as we go in toward the end of the week. So still looking at increased chances of rain. I think it'll back off a little bit for the weekend. Still some question marks on this. On Friday and heading into Saturday and Sunday, these 2 days here. Saturday rain chance looks pretty high. Sunday kind of backs off here a little bit there. And then going into next week, still kind of looking pretty good. Monday and Tuesday not looking too bad. And temperature-wise, we're not going to be looking at extreme heat. In fact, we'll see temperatures mostly heading back into the 80s as we head toward the end of the week. So let's go take a look at your forecast. Again, that's the end of the week going into the weekend. So tomorrow, still kind of steamy, 93-76, but notice that rain chance, 80%. So a pretty good chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. You feel like temperatures are still going to be in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees, despite the fact that the temperature is not quite as hot as for today. Regionally, we're going to see evening showers and thunderstorms should be winding down here for tonight. Most areas still very, very muggy. These are readings very similar to what we had for this morning, mostly here in the low to mid 70s and right near 70 over into the mountains. Daytime highs, these are down a few degrees because of the cloud cover and increased chances of rain. So, but still kind of steamy out there. A lot of low to mid 90s out there. Still 94 up in Decatur, 92 in Dalton, 92 there in South Pittsburgh, 89 over in Ellijay. All right, let's look at your regional perspective. Still stymied. Look at this, 98, 98, 98. It's still very, very hot out here. Definitely the sun needs the fan there. Increased thunderstorm risk here along the Gulf Coast, across Atlanta. Again, when you see the thunderstorm icon like that, that means you're a 70% or greater chance of rain. That's just so you know there. And still 98 degrees there in Jacksonville. So we're backing these temperatures up just a little bit just because of the fact we have increased chances of rain across the southeast. Here we go with the next 7 days. We're going to knock this down very slowly. 91, 91. Look at these rain chances. Very, very high. 91, 70. It's going to be very, very moist, juicy air. Then we back it off. Here's 85 going into Saturday. 82 going into Sunday. That looks like that'll be the coolest day. 82, 70, 50% chance of rain. And then 40% as we go into Monday and Tuesday next week. Mid-80s is going to feel awfully good. Overnight lows, upper 60s. Comparatively speaking, what we've been seeing here over the last week or so with the extreme heat, especially the last few days. So big change coming our way. We'll call it a, like I said, a summertime break here with the temperatures. It's not really kind of a true fall air mass, but not really a summer one either. It's kind of a hybrid in between. Just enough to notice so you get the humidity down a little bit. Temperature not quite as bad, but definitely not what I would call a real fall air mass yet. It's still, it's still, again, we get to August here real soon. We're not quite there just yet, but it is definitely a welcome relief, that's for sure. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. If you have not given the page a like, what you waiting for? Hit that like button if you can here on Facebook. Watch it on YouTube. Make sure you get that subscribe button. And I appreciate you guys here as the support here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. All right, that's y'all's forecast for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.